Good morning, ladies. I'm so excited to be going live. You guys, it's not quite my birthday. I don't know about you guys, but I always pay attention right to the time. At least I did when I was a kid. I'm going to pull my hair out quick. I'm using one of our awesome clips. It has 3 different tiers. Do you see how there's like different layers of those teeth? So good. And whoever wins our giveaway for this, you're going to get 2 of those. So they're pretty nice. Okay, so when I was a kid, I would always pay attention to the actual time of my birthday. And it helped that I actually remembered exactly what time, and it correlated with like something at school. So I'm starting out, I'm gonna like talk and have fun, but then also like talk about what I'm doing for makeup, because this is a little bit more of a tutorial, not just hanging out. This is that Plush Prep Mist, you guys. I think you've seen a lot of the artists during this party showing this off because it is really good. I love it. It's a great little primer. Most people, I did start out by rubbing it around with my Perfector, but I have found that I actually like rubbing it in with my hands. I find it gets a little more tacky. I don't know. I felt like the Perfector was picking up too much of it, and I felt like this way it felt more like a primer by doing it. So I just make sure I have clean hands, but I rub that all in. Okay. I just hate getting that all over my hair when I have it in. So I was born at 8:20 a.m. Does anybody else like actually know when they were born? You'll have to drop it in the comments if you guys actually know what time you were born. And it helped for me. 8:20 a.m. is actually the time my high school would start. We'd start right at 8:20, and I was always sitting in band class, and right when the bell rang, I knew it was my birthday. I'm going to try swiping and see if I can get comments working, because it's so much more fun when I can interact with people on here. So say hello when you hop on. I don't know who else is actually up and getting ready right now, but yeah, say hi. Even if you're watching this in replay, that's okay. Maybe I will keep this in. I don't really like how it looks when I have it pulled back, but I don't really like half up looks on me. Not my thing, but see, I just don't like it. Meh. I just won't mind that. Don't mind that, Heidi. Don't look. Okay, so because it's like birthday party, I'm thinking more glam. I want to have more coverage. So I'm using my buff brush today. And I am going to start, I'm using my palette 12. This is a new one I just got not long ago. I like to keep all my powders in my one top layer and then all my cream in my face in here. So I'm going to start out with my contour today. I'm going to use the smaller side of the buff brush. Do you see how that one's a little bit smaller? And they're very dense. So I'm going to tap in to my contour. Yeah, I don't know if my kids know what time they were born. I do have this wall decoration that I created using clocks in my upstairs hallway. And it has their time of birth. And that's all the clocks are set to each of their birth dates or birth times. And so if they looked, they would know. And then I would have to tell them if it's AM or PM. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing, if people actually know when they were born or if people really celebrate that. I don't really celebrate the time, but I just actually know when I was born. Okay, so I just am going in with my cheekbones and then my, in the forehead. I'll do a little down here. I didn't really add much more to my brush. Okay. That's it. I might do a little nose contouring afterwards, but I don't like to do my contouring first because I have a lot of redness. I like to get that coverage first. Now I'm going to turn it over to my thicker side of my buff brush. And right now I'm using Candlelit. I actually just had to shade down. I just keep getting whiter and whiter. It's so sad. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and I'm still going to use that stippling motion and put it everywhere else that I did not put my one piece of hair that I did not put my contour, okay? And make sure when you're going into your tins, you're bouncing, not scooping, okay? Because you're gonna get way too much product. Cream, if you are a cream user, you guys know a little bit goes a long way. Even though I'm using a denser brush, I'm still not using that much product. So I'm going to put that even over my eyelids just to even out the coloring there. And right now I'm kind of like stippling and just also getting it on, and I'll blend it in more. But can you see how that's already getting rid of a lot of that redness? And then I like to just kind of go like that. It's for a nice smooth going up to get that a little bit more chiseled out. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to do it on the other side. So for my birthday, one tradition, you guys will have to let me know what like your birthday traditions are. What do you guys do to celebrate birthdays in your family? And maybe it's different than like when you were growing up. So share all of it. Look how red I am today. I'm just so red. I don't know why. We always, so I should say growing up, we always got to pick the meal that we wanted. And I usually went with homemade spaghetti and this yummy garlic bread, which is actually what I just made for Christmas. So I was like, this was my favorite meal as a kid growing up. I was telling my kids this. And but now that I have my own family, we let everyone choose what they want. I keep getting a slow connection. I hope that I'm not like positive or like freezing for you guys. I don't know, it keeps coming up. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go in. I'm gonna use this and really do a good tapping all over to make sure I have it blended in. So today, so the last number of years, I chose Texas Roadhouse to go out for my birthday. And that was like the only time we went. We really didn't go very often to Texas Roadhouse, so it was kind of a treat. Now, the kids have been getting these like coupons or like buy free kids meals, I guess that is what it would be called, free kids meals. I'm going to get my blush and bronzer brush out just to blend in that contour. So same motions, but I like that it's not as dense. So I feel like we go there a little more often. It doesn't seem like much of a treat anymore. And also Texas Roadhouse, we got a newer one that's closer now. Oh, good morning, ladies. I still can't see any comments. Yay, they came through. Oh, finally, they're coming through. Okay, happy birthday. Thank you so much. So I like using this more fluffy end of the blush and bronzer brush to really blend out my contour. And then make sure you do that contour that's on your jawline downwards. So anyway, yeah, I don't really think it's kind of become not as, I gotta take this out. Good morning. It hasn't been as like special anymore. So this year if you guys saw my personal page, I had asked for recommendations because I just wanted some new ideas, places to go. And I was actually reminded of a place that I hadn't been for a while, and I've never taken the kids. Let me check, see if I've got this all blended. This looks good. Okay. So that's just my main 3D foundation. Now I'm going to go in for bronzer. This is Xanadu. You guys, did you see the video I posted last night, talking about how to melt tins? I need to melt all of these down. I really do. This is Xanadu, and Xanadu is our only bronzer that also has illuminator in it. So there's a little bit of a shine to it. I gotta say, I don't think it like stands out like like I'm shiny. So if you just like this shade, I would say just go for it. Don't be afraid that it like you're gonna be a sparkly mess, because you won't be. I don't feel like that with this bronzer, even though it has that illuminator in there. So I'm just putting this bronzer where I normally get like a tan, where that sun hits me. So it's kind of like a C around my, do you see how that already just warmed me up? Looks so good. I like a little bit on my chin, and then I always pull it down onto my neck because my neck is so white. And it really helps. I always tell people bronzer can really help with the transitioning between seasons on your neck for sure. So I got a bunch of recommendations of where to go, but the one that stood out to me that I was like, I want to take my family there is called Angry Goldfish. It's just, I think it's just a local thing. And they have some really good mac and cheese. It's like this, it's like a shell, but kind of flattened shell. I asked them one time I was there, I'm like, what is this noodle called? And I don't even know if they knew what it was. I think I had to Google it. And they're like, oh, I'm not sure what it's called. Okay. So now I'm going to use that shape brush. This is the shape brush that I use. Tara showed it off doing a full application. I really like how it's big and fluffy. I think it's perfect for applying blush. So this is called Marrakesh. Is that how we say it? Let me look to make sure I at least am sounding it out right. Marrakesh. You guys, tell me if you guys know what that is. Marrakesh? I don't even know what, I'm like, is that a place? This it's one of our newest pink ones. Heidi, I believe, showed Princess Bubblegum. That one I think is similar. It's a really bright pink. Don't be afraid. This one is matte. So a little bit goes a long way. So just start out very, very light. I like to just kind of dip. I just dab it on my two cheeks before I even really start blending it in. Okay, and now I'm just going to go back in and I'm going to do kind of tapping, but also a little bit of swirling just so I have soft edges. And you're going to put that right on top of that bronzer and right above that contour. And you just kind of marry it all together. Like, it just looks good. What do we think of this pink? Like, it doesn't have to be scary. Princess Bubblegum is very similar, except it is a gloss. So you're going to have a lot of like shimmer, shine to it, glow. Okay. Now for my lips, it might get a little bright for you, but guess what? This is what I do. I mix it with my lip oils. So I am going to tap it in with my finger. I'm going to go light. And instead of like rubbing it on, I'm going to tap it, and it's going to apply not as bright and bold, at least to begin with. It is a really pretty color. You really cannot sleep on these newer ones that they just released. When was that? Like November maybe? But these colors, ooh, they're so good. I've been loving really all of them. The reds, there's an orange I just used the other day. It's actually really pretty. So for brighter colors, go in slow and build it up, okay? Now, I could have totally lined my lips with this too. I never line my lips. Okay. It's a really pretty color, isn't it? I know, I went with the whole pink theme. Pink is my favorite color. So I had to go with pink, of course. And I'm going to do a pink eyeshadow look too. So if this, two reasons. If this is a little too bold for you, top it with lip oil or top it with like one of the lip glosses, or with a gloss, lip and cheek. Or also, if you just like to have more of a gloss like I do, it's really nice. So I'm just going to tap it or top it with, this is Chai. This one smells so good. There's something about that little bit of added gloss. So pretty. You guys, these lip oils are so good. I didn't even feature them during my party. I don't know why. Maybe I'll feature them later because they're so good. Okay, and then before I do my eyes, last but not least, I flip that shape brush to the smaller end. And then this has been my favorite cream illuminator slash solid perfume called Stardust. I just put that on the top of my cheekbones, a little bit on the end of my nose. I could even do a little bit here, but it also smells good. So when people are like, ooh, what's that smell? I'd be like, that's my illuminator and solid perfume. There. I wouldn't even have to do anything with my eyes, but I'm going to go for it. I've still got about 12 minutes or so before I have to go. So we are getting ready for church. The kids are all getting ready. I made my husband get ready faster so I could have my room to do this live. Okay, so I went back and forth. I decided so many people were loving the eyeshadow combinations that I posted during the party. So I did put in 2 different ones. I have this pink one that a lot of people were liking. I also put Black Friday in here. I'm thinking I'm going to play with it today. Wish me luck. And then, or I also put these ones in here because people really liked those too. But I'm going to go with the all pink. I am going to do something I have only done maybe a couple times. And I couldn't even tell you the last time I did this. But we're going to have fun and do it. I've got some time. So I actually have my tape, my masking tape here. I'm going to make a strip. And we're going to, because that Black Friday, I'm really being inspired by that picture that everyone was liking. I'm going to just go for it, you guys. Hopefully, cross your fingers, it turns out. So I'm actually going to take the tape, and I'm really getting a lot of that stickiness off on the back of my hand because I don't want it to like completely take off my makeup here. I am lining it up, see if you can see, with the bottom of my eye, kind of like I'm angling it towards my, like where my nose is, bottom of my eye, and the end of my eyebrow, okay? I think we're going to go for it. We're just going to go for it. And then I'm just going to tap it in so that I don't get a lot of craziness going on. And I'm going to try a little bit of a wing. You guys, I'm nervous. Okay, we're going to do the other side. Get the stickiness off. Always a reason to keep this Scotch tape around. Remember, it helps opens up your tins when they're stuck. And now we can use it as little help with eye makeup. Okay. I want to make sure these look semi-even, right? Okay. I think that should work. Okay, trust the process. Let's hope this works. We're all good. We're trying it. I'm doing it for you guys. Oh, I forgot to do this. I'm just going to do it now. So I have my Vamp Perfector. Normally I would do this after I do my highlight and my contour, maybe my bronzer, but I forgot. Okay. That just removes any excess product, especially when you're using a thicker brush like this. It's very easy to add too much product. So just use this to kind of tap off everything, okay? Well, let's try this. So I did switch out colors just a little bit from what I posted. Because I could not find my unicorn, and I like Soulmate for the shimmer better than Sis. So sorry, I just had to get my eye boogers out. Okay, so the first one we had was Claire. I am going to use this eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to wipe it off a little bit. Okay, so Claire is this matte medium pink. I'm going to go in with my fluffy end, get a good amount, and then tap. And I'm going to get that all over pretty much the whole, like 2/3 of my lid. Now, the nice thing about the tape, I don't have to be super careful around the edges. We're going to hope that that does its job and protects that outer corner. We're going to hope. Okay, I'm going to do a couple layers of that. It's really good to just layer up your eyeshadow. That's why we also tap, so that we aren't putting on way too much color at one time. Okay. I hear a weird noise. I don't know what that is. Okay, and then I'd like to bring this one up on my eyebrow, or not like all the way up here, but like just above the crease. Okay, let's do it to the other one. I hear a really weird noise. Do you guys hear that? It's like whistle. I don't know. So it's my outer 2/3. One question, it's so funny working at a school, elementary school especially, always get asked, how old are you? Mrs. Pero, how old are you? Do you know what my answer always is? How old do you think I am? And they always guess. Sometimes, if it's the older kids, they do a better job, but I gotta say, I do have a younger look about me. So some of them, when they find out I have kids, like if I'm talking about my family or something, they're like, wait, you have kids? It's so funny. Okay, this Claire is like, woo, looking so good. Okay, we're liking this, right? Okay, so just kind of take your time when you're really trying to do a really, like we can do fast eyeshadow looks, but we can also take our time and do more detailed ones. Now I am gonna fluff it out. Because I have that tape, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna fluff it up so, because then I get a nice line when it comes to my, we hope, my wing. You guys, I've only done a wing, like, I don't know if I've even ever gone out in public with a wing before. We're gonna do this just for you guys, I promise. I promise, I hope it's gonna turn out, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna do Soulmate. I really like this. This is probably one of my favorite pink shimmers. This is good too. This one I wanted a little bit more boldness, and this one has just a little more iridescent. I'm gonna use my finger. I still blow it off in case I have excess. I'm gonna start in the middle of my eye and work my way towards the inner eye. That is gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna leave a little bit on the outside with none, and then just a little bit on the inside with none, because we're gonna go in with Unicorn, or I have Flurry because that's for this one. It's similar-ish to Unicorn. It doesn't have as much shimmer in it. Yes, so fun for new things. I just hope it turns out. I mean, at least nobody's gonna be judging me at church, right? So that's okay. Okay, let's go a little bit more. I really like to use my fingers with the shimmers. I feel like I can place them better and they just kind of stick better too. See, do you guys see how Soulmate is just gorgeous when you're trying to do kind of a more fancy look? I think it's just really good. Okay, now I'm gonna use my little pinky finger. Pretend this is Unicorn, but you can't get Flurry right now. This was in our advent calendar. This one is just not as shimmery, but it's gonna give us that white shimmer look still, okay? Just a little bit right in that corner of my eye. And just kind of pull it into this Soulmate. It's just gonna add a little bit more depth to the look by adding something a little bit lighter. Not a bunch, but, and if you close your eye at the same time, you also end up getting a little bit right here, right around that eye duct, and that can be really pretty too. Okay, it's looking good. So, one thing I did decide to do was add a little bit, okay, I'm just checking my time. I do want to add a little bit of darkness on the outer corner. I think I do. Yeah, I do. I think I want to do that. Okay. So because I'm switching colors with my fluffy end, I'm going to go into my brush cleaning tile. This is always good to pop in. Okay. I put pomegranate in here. It's kind of a dark reddish purple, very little, just a little bit. And I'm going to just like that. Just a little bit, just a little darker, just a little bit, not much. Just to deepen this outer corner. Okay. I think I might use this, maybe I'll do it right now. Okay, I'm gonna use the smaller end. I'm gonna go in with Claire underneath. We'll have to decide if I wanna go in with pomegranate later or not. I'm thinking this lighter pink is actually enough for under eye. I'm not sure I'm going to do any eyeliner on the bottom, but I am going to do this really light pink underneath. I just used Claire, and using this small end, you're going to get kind of a smudgy, just light dusting of color there. My eyes feel irritated right now because of that tape. Okay, so that is the eyeshadow look. We're going to try out a little bit of liner because we're just going to do it today. Okay, the Edge brush. This is a fabulous brush for doing eyeliner. That's great for lip liner too. So I have this flat square panel side and then this more smudgy side, okay? We're gonna use this flat, nice squared outside, and we're just gonna go right into this Black Friday. Now the Black Friday is like it's a cream, it's soft, but also hard at the same time. It's not going to smudge around too much, but it's also pliable. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna get a lot at the tip for sure. And I might need to get closer. I'm going to start about halfway and I'm going to stamp it on and go outside, all the way to the outside. Okay. And I'm going to hold that tape just a little bit so I have something to touch when I'm doing this. Okay. It's not going to be perfect, you guys, because you can already see I got some there. It's okay. Okay. Now for the wing. I'm going to go right here. I'm just going to kind of press it right here. One reason I always put my eyeshadows on the top is that I have this mirror right here because I'm going to need to use it. I need a close-up. So I'm just getting it right next to that tape. Okay, I think we're good. Now this is like, that isn't actually on me, that's on the tape. So let's hope when I pull it off, it looks okay. But one thing that I'd like to do is to set it with a powder. I could not find my Salem, which is a matte. This one is Starfall, I think right here. It has a little bit of a shimmer in it, but I don't care. It's good to set it. So just go back over what you just did, but with the powder. And that should help it just set for the day. Okay, let's do the other side. You can also use that brush cleaning towel just to kind of wipe off all of that stuff. Okay, back into the Black Friday eyeliner. You guys, I think it's turning out. I think. I really hope. Okay. Hopefully you guys, okay, you can see. I'll turn my head a little bit more. So I'm just doing that top line right above my lashes, okay? And I'm really kind of just pressing that tip in because it's just such a good line. Okay, the left side I'm a little nervous about. I gotta turn my head more so I can really see what's going on. And then I'm just gonna follow up. Stamp this on. Stamp it on. I can't see where it is. So this just shows you guys, try some new things sometimes. It's fun. Step out of your comfort zone. Makeup can always be washed off, right? At least for me, I probably can't wash it off before I go to church if I don't like it, but it's okay. So now I'm setting it with that darker black shade so it stays nice. Stays all day. Okay. The moment of truth is here. Okay, it's 8:02. I gotta get going. I think I'm gonna go upwards. What do we think? I think it turned out. Other side. It's like magic. Okay, so here's my tape that I used. It's magical. What do you guys think? Who's gonna try this? So the last thing I would do is just take just a small brush. Let's use the backside of, there we go. I'm just going to use this smaller brush just to touch up right here because it did take off a little bit of my makeup, but it's not terrible, but it's a little bit that I'm going to go in. Ta-da! That's how I'm feeling. That is good. I like it. So I'm just going to go in with my main highlight shade. You could also use, if you have a, brightening shade. I don't usually use a brightening shade very often, so I'm going to go in and just tap, tap, tap. But that's pretty good. That was pretty slick. Okay, who's going to try this? I'm going to try this. I mean, you guys better show me if you try this. I want to know. That tape method is pretty cool. Okay, let me look in a mirror closer. Make sure I didn't get too much. Wow, it's like a cut line, like, whew. It's magical, magical. Okay. I don't remember if I said how old I am because I was talking about how the kids always ask me. So I do get asked quite often. I'm sure when I go back to school, I'm going to go back into Claire and just do a little bit right here again. I don't think I want anything darker underneath there. I've gotten, you know, the kids that don't understand age, I've totally gotten the ones where it's like 50, 60, 70, 100. You know, you always get those ones. But, yeah, if I didn't say my age, go ahead and guess. I think you guys should guess. How old am I? I do have 3 kids. So that should tell you something, right? I just need to touch up right here. Okay. Okay, I think I just need to do my mascara. And I should have probably done this before. Hopefully by setting my eyeliner with that black Skyfall. I'm not going to be smudging this with my curler. Like, have you guys ever tried those heated curler, like eyelash curlers? I never have, but I have one on my Amazon list because I'd kind of like to try it. I can hear them getting their shoes on and getting ready to go. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Little mascara. Garage door's open. We're getting ready to go. I said to my husband, what are you making for lunch tomorrow? Because I made dinner reservations for my birthday to Angry Goldfish for supper tonight. But I said, you know, I don't really cook on my birthday. And he was like, well, do you want me to make something for lunch for you? He does great at making like hash browns and breakfast foods. So that's what he's going to make because he knows I love hash browns. You can tell Dad I'm almost ready. I don't know, I heard a kid walk by. Okay. There we go. I'm going to have to wipe off a little bit of mascara that I got. But you guys, this turned out pretty good. I got to head to church. Keep following along with the party. I still have some posts coming up today. Today is kind of like shopping day, so make sure you guys treat yourself. Try some of these new products that you guys have seen featured. If you have not been color matched yet by me, please reach out. I would love to help you out. I know we have a few new people here, so I would love to help you guys out with that. Last but not least, I did blow dry my hair, and that and I do use some of the hair oil, but I always finish it. Once it's completely cooled, it's been sitting, then I go in and I just finish it off to add a little extra glow and shine and just get rid of any frizzies, that kind of thing. So I focus on my ends first, and then whatever I have left on the top. So if you haven't been color matched, reach out. You're gonna get automatically 5 entries into the giveaway. Remember, I'm giving away a bunch of the new hair care products. I really love the hair care products, and I want everyone to try them. They're so good. So I'm like, I'm giving them away because they're so good. So you're gonna get the Cloud Cleansing Cream hair clips. I can't remember. Oh, the detangler brush. So good. Pick out an eyeshadow. I think that's the giveaway. So make sure you get entered. Thank you for everyone who's been participating. You can still go back and comment on all the things. If you do place any orders today or throughout this whole party, you do get 10 extra entries. So that's a big thing. That's good. So color matches, you get 5. And then just by participating, if you invited people for the party, you also, and your guests get 1 point too. So I'll be totaling those up probably tomorrow. I have the day off tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you all for celebrating with me. I just love doing this for my customers, and it was so good. I hope you enjoyed all of my guest Saint Sisters that came on. They were so good. I feel like I even picked up tips. So I loved that. But thank you again, and stay tuned. Keep following along today today will be the last day of like the party. So keep earning entries. Bye.